Okay, so we're continuing this morning with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshornilitanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goda Trise Namaha. So we are on chapter 10 of the Madhya Lila. Mahaprabhu has returned back to Puri and Sarvabhauma has taken him to the home of Kashi Mishra. Kashi Mishra is a superintendent of the Jagannath temple, I believe, and this is the Gambhir, this room that is given to him. Okay, and then all the devotees are coming to meet him there. Darshan Kori Mahaprabhu Cholila Bahire Bhattacharya Nilotade Kashi Mishra Gode. After seeing Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left the temple. The Bhattacharya then took him to the house of Kashi Mishra. Kashi Mishra si porilo prabhu charane griha sahidatmatare koilo nivedane. When Mahaprabhu arrived at his house, Kashi Mishra immediately fell down at his lotus feet and surrendered himself and all his possessions. Prabhu Chaturbhuj Murti Tade de Kailo Atma Sata Kori Tade Alingana Koilo. Mahaprabhu then showed Kashi Mishra his four-armed form. Then accepting him for his service, the Lord embraced him. Tobe Mahaprabhu taha bosilaya sane Todike bosilo nityanandadi bhaktagane. Mahaprabhu next sat down at the place prepared for him, and all the devotees, headed by Nityananda Prabhu, surrounded him. Sukhi hoile deki Prabhu basar samstan, Jai basai hoi Prabhu sarva samadan. Mahaprabhu was very happy to see his residential quarters, in which all his necessities were taken care of. Sarvabhauma kohe Prabhu jogja tomar vasa, Tumi angikar koro Kashi Mishra asha. Sarvabhauma said, "This place is just befitting you. Please accept it. It is the hope of Kashi Mishra that you do." Prabhu kohe deho toma sabakar, Jai tumi kahase samata amar. Mahaprabhu said, "My body belongs to all of you. Therefore I agree to whatever you say." Tobe Sarvabhauma Prabhu dakin parshve bosi, Milai tela gila sa Purushottam vasi. After this, Sarvabhauma, sitting on the right hand of the Lord, began to introduce all the inhabitants of Purushottam, Jagannath Puri. E sab lok Prabhu vaise nila chole, Utkantita hoyache sobe, Toma vilibade. The Bhattacharya said, "My dear Lord, all these people who are residents of Puri have been very anxious to meet you. Trishita chatak jaiche kore hahakar, Taiche sab sobe koro angikar. In your absence, all these people have been exactly like thirsty chatak birds crying in disappointment. Kindly accept them." Jagannath sevake nam janardhan, Anavasade kore Prabhu Shriyanga sevan. Sarvabhauma first introduced Janardhan, saying, "Here is Janardhan, servant of Lord Jagannath. He renders service to the Lord when it is time to renovate his transcendental body." Renovate. Well, in the Bengali, Anavasade. I don't remember what that means exactly, but I'll read this purport. Purport. During Anavasar, after the Snan Yatra ceremony, Lord Jagannath is absent from the temple for 15 days, so he can be renovated. This occurs annually. Janardhan, who is here being introduced to Mahaprabhu, was rendering the service at the time. The renovation of Lord Jagannath is also known as Nava Yovan, which indicates that the Jagannath deity is being fully restored to youth. Krishna Das Name Suvarna Vetra Dhadi Shiki Mahati Name Likana Dhikadi. Sarvabhauma continued, this is Krishna Das, who carries a golden cane. And here is Shiki Mahiti, who is in charge of writing. Pradyumna Mishra Vaishnav Pradhan Jagannathir Mahasoya Iha Dasanam. This is Pradyumna Mishra, who is chief of all Vaishnavas. He is a great servitor of Jagannath, and his name is Das. Muradi Mahatiha Shiki Mahatir Bhai Tomar Charana Vinua Gatinai. This is Murari Mahiti, the brother of Shiki Mahiti. He has nothing other than your lotus feet. Chandaneshwar Simheshwar Murari Brahman Vishnu Dasa Iha Jaye Tomar Charan. Here are Chandaneshwar, Simheshwar, Murari Brahman, and Vishnu Das. They are all constantly engaged in meditating on your lotus feet. Praharadaj Mahapatra Iha Mahamati Paramananda Mahapatra Iha Samhati. This is Paramananda Prahararaj, who is also known as Mahapatra. He is very, very intelligent. Purport. Prahararaj is a designation given to Brahmins who represent the king when the throne is vacant. In Orissa, between the time of a king's death and the enthronement of another king, a representative must sit on the throne. This representative is called Prahararaj. The Prahararaj is generally selected from a family of priests close to the king. During the time of Mahaprabhu, the Prahararaj was Paramananda Prahararaj. Esa Vaishnave Ch.Ch. Bhushan Ekanta Bhave Chinte Sobe Tomar Charan. All these pure devotees serve as ornaments to Jagannath Puri. They are always undeviatingly meditating upon your lotus feet. Tobe sobe bhume pore dandavata hoya, sobe alengila prabhu pashad koriya. After this introduction, everyone fell to the ground like rods, or everyone did dandavat. Being very merciful upon them all, Mahaprabhu embraced each one of them. Heno kale aila tata bhavananda rai, chadi putra sange pore Mahaprabhur pai. At this time, Bhavananda Rai appeared with 4 of his sons, and all of them fell down at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And one of those sons is of course, Ramananda Rai. So, Ramananda is still in South India, I believe, at this time.
Ramananda Rai is the son of who?
This Bhavananda Rai, he has 5 sons, and one of them is Ramananda Rai. I think it's saying he came with 4 of his sons, so I think all of his sons except for Ramananda, who's still in South India. Sometimes they're compared to King Pandu and the Pandavas, and Ramananda Rai is sometimes compared to Arjuna because of, his close relationship with Krishna. Sarvabhauma kohe Rai Bhavananda, ihar pratam putra Rai Ramananda. Sarvabhauma continued, this is Bhavananda Rai, the father of Sri Ramananda Rai, who is his first son. Tobe Mahaprabhu tade koilo alingan, stuti kodi kohe Ramananda vivadan. Mahaprabhu embraced Bhavananda Rai and with great respect spoke of his son, Ramananda Rai. Ramananda heno ratna jahar tanoe tahar mahima loke kaha na jai. Mahaprabhu honored Bhavananda Rai by saying, the glories of a person who has a jewel of a son, like Ramananda Rai, cannot be described within this mortal world. Sakshat Pandu Tumi Tomar Patni Kunti Pancha Pandava Tomar Pancha Putra Mahamati. You are Maharaj Pandu himself, and your wife is Kunti Devi herself. All your highly intellectual sons are representatives of the 5 Pandavas. Raikohe Ami Shudra Vishoyadam Tabus Tumi Sparshe Ishvar Lakan. After hearing Mahaprabhu's praise, Bhavananda Rai submitted, I am in the 4th class of the social order, and I engage in mundane affairs. Although I am very fallen, you have still touched me. This is proof that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmin, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. Those who are highly advanced in spiritual understanding do not care about a person's material condition. A spiritually advanced person sees the spiritual identity of every living being, and consequently he makes no distinction between a learned Brahmin, a dog, a Chandal, or anyone else. Or we can say, like in modern terms, like a movie star, or a rock star, or a great president or something with a bum on the street, they will not see any difference between the two of them. They will not have any sort of prejudice that, oh, they are so and so and they are such and such. They will not have that. He is not influenced by the material body, but sees a person's spiritual identity. Consequently, Bhavananda Rai appreciated Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's statement, which showed that the Lord did not consider the social position of Bhavananda Rai, who belonged to the Shudra caste engaged in mundane activities. Rather, the Lord considered the spiritual position of Bhavananda Rai, along with that of Ramananda Rai and his brothers. The servant of the Lord is also similarly inclined. He gives shelter to any person, any living entity, regardless of whether he belongs to a Brahmin family or a Chandal family. The spiritual master reclaims all people and encourages everyone in spiritual life. By taking shelter of such a devotee, one can make his life successful. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pulkasha Abira Shumba Javana Kasadaya Ye Nyecha Papaya Apashayashaya Shudyanti Tasmai Prabhavishnave Namaha. So this is a list of persons considered of a low birth. We don't know who they are. Kiratas, Hunas, Anjas, Pulindas, Pulkashas, Abiras, Shumbas, Javanas, and members of the Kasha races, and even others who are addicted to sinful acts can be purified by taking shelter of the devotees of the Lord, due to his being the supreme power. I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Whoever takes shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his pure devotee is elevated to the spiritual order and purified from material contamination. This is also confirmed by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Mam hi partya vipashitya ye pisyu papayonayo shriyo vaishas tata shudras tepiyanti param gatim. O son of Prita, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, merchants, workers can all attain the supreme destination. So Bhavananda Rai is praising Mahaprabhu, and this is a glorification which we see a few times in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He's saying that the fact that you're so merciful to me, that you are so affectionate to me, that is proof that you are the Supreme Lord, because only the Supreme Lord can have such a merciful nature. Such mercy, such lack of prejudice, let's say, it can only be in the Lord and also the great devotees of the Lord. Nijagriha vita britya panchaputra sane atma samarpilo ami tomar charane. Appreciating Mahaprabhu's favor, Bhavananda Rai also said, favor in the sense of Mahaprabhu's grace. Bhavananda Rai also said, along with my home, riches, servants, and 5 sons, I surrender myself at your lotus feet. Purport. This is the process of surrender, as Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Manasa deho geho jo kichu mor, arpila tua pade nanda kishore. When one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord, he does so with everything in his possession, his house, his body, his mind, and whatever else he possesses. If there is any obstruction to the surrendering process, one should immediately give it up without attachment. If one can surrender with all his family members, there is no need to take sannyas. However, if the surrendering process is hampered by so-called family members, one should immediately give them up to complete the surrendering process. Evaninat rohibe. So, anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulya vivarjana. We must accept what is favorable, reject what is unfavorable. Evaninat rohibe tomar charane jabe je agyataha koribe sevane. This son, Vaninath, will remain at your lotus feet to always immediately attend to your orders and serve you. Atmiya gyane more sankochana koribe je jabe ichatobe se agyadibe. My dear Lord, please consider me your relative. Do not hesitate to order whatever you desire at any time you desire it. Prabhu kohe ki sankocha tumi naha par, janme janme tumi amar savam she kinkar. Mahaprabhu accepted Bhavananda Rai's offer, saying, I accept without hesitation, because you are not an outsider. Birth after birth you have been my servant, along with your family members. Teen pancha sat bhitare asibe Ramananda, tar sange purna hobe amar ananda. Shri Ramananda Rai is coming within 5 to 7 days. As soon as he arrives, my desires will be fulfilled. I take great pleasure in his company. Etaboli Prabhu, so Ramananda is still in South India, he's on his way. Etaboli Prabhu tade koilo alingan tar putra sabshire dorilo charan. Saying this, Mahaprabhu embraced Bhavananda Rai. The Lord then touched the heads of his sons with his lotus feet. Tobe Mahaprabhu tare gore patailo vaninata patanayake nikate rakilo. Mahaprabhu then sent Bhavananda Rai back to his home, and he kept only Vaninath Patanayak in his personal service. Bhattacharya sab loke viday kodailo, tobe Prabhu Kala Krishna dase bolailo. Sarvabhauma then asked all the people to leave. Afterwards, Mahaprabhu asked for Kala Krishna Das, who had accompanied the Lord during his South Indian tour. Prabhu kohe Bhattacharya shuno hoi har charit, takingiya chilo iha amar sahit. Mahaprabhu said, my dear Bhattacharya, Just consider the character of this man who went with me to South India. My dear Bhattacharya, just consider the character of this man who came with me to South India. Bhattatadi Ch.Ch gela amare chadiya, Bhattadadi hoite hade anilu udadiya. He left my company to associate with the Bhattataris, but I rescued him from their company and brought him here. Ebe ami ihani kodila vidai, Jaha icha jahama sane nahiya nadai. Now that I brought him here, I am asking him to leave. Now he can go wherever he likes, for I am no longer responsible for him. Etta shuni Krishna das kandite. So as we can recall, that incident was described when his personal servant was enticed by these gypsies. And at the time, Mahaprabhu just took him out of that, took him by the hair, it says. And he didn't say anything. And they continued with their travels. They returned to Puri. Mahaprabhu was quiet about the incident. But now that they're back in Puri, Mahaprabhu is announcing, I won't take him with me anymore. I am no longer responsible for him. I cannot rely on him. Etta shuni Krishna das kandite lagilo, Madhyan kodite Mahaprabhu choli gelo. Hearing the Lord reject him, Kala Krishna Das began to cry. However, Mahaprabhu, not caring for him, immediately left to take his noon lunch. Nityananda Jagadananda Mukunda Damodar Chadi Jane Jukti Tobe Kodila Antar. After this, the other devotees, headed by Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadananda, Mukunda, and Damodar, began to consider a certain plan. Purport: even though a person is rejected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the devotees of the Lord do not reject him. Therefore, the Lord's devotees are more merciful than the Lord himself. Srila Narottam Das Thakur thus sings, Chadiya Vaishnav Seva Nishtar Peyeche Keba. One cannot be relieved from the material clutches without engaging in the service of pure devotees. It's a very nice line, Srila Swami Maharshi. He quotes this. And literally it says, giving up Vaishnav Seva, whoever became delivered. It is impossible to become delivered if you're not serving the Vaishnavas. It is the only way. The Lord himself may sometimes be very hard, but the devotees are always kind. Thus Kala Krishna Das received the mercy of the 4 devotees mentioned above. So this pastime is very instructive. That the Lord may reject somebody, may show his anger to somebody, but the other devotees, they should not also do so. They should rather extend their mercy to that person. And so also, in our own community, if somebody, is rejected by, let's say, Guru may chastise somebody or speak ill of someone for their own correction. That does not mean all the other, God brothers and God sisters should also reject that person. No, they should try to keep that person within their group, and they should extend their affection and care to that person. Otherwise, it is enviousness. If one does not behave in such a way, it is an expression of envy. This is human disease that as Bhakti Thakur sings in Amara Jivan. How does it go? That Amara Jivan Sadapa Perata Nahi Gopuniralesh Udede udvega diachi de koto diachi jiveda klesha. Nija sukalagi papena hidodi doya hina sartapada. Pada suke duki sada mitya bashi pada duka sukha kodo. That the happiness of others makes me sad, and the sadness of others makes me happy. This is a human disease, and its origin is envy. So, we do not want to be like that. We will not take advantage of the bad position that others may find themselves in. Even if somebody is being denounced, we should still try to embrace that person. So this is a very nice example. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was a case Srila Sridhar Maharaj told when, maybe it was in Madras, I don't remember, but there was some young boy, young man who was serving in one of the temples, and he had some entanglement with a woman, and so he was thrown out of the temple. There was some scandal, and by I think it was, what was his name? I can't remember. Was it Tirtha Maharaj? I think it might have been someone they called Old Tirtha Maharaj. But anyhow, the sannyasi in charge of that temple threw him out. And then later, when Srila Sridhar Maharaj was there, and I think the management had been handed over to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, then that boy came back and asked Srila Sridhar Maharaj for, saying, I made this mistake, but now I'd like to come back. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, Prabhupada, he's coming soon, we can ask him. And so they, come back then, we'll see how, what Prabhupada says, what Saraswati Thakur says. And so soon after that, Saraswati Thakur came to visit, and Srila Sridhar Maharaj brought the case to him, and Saraswati Thakur cited this example, and he said, Mahaprabhu did not accept Kala Krishna Das, so I cannot accept this boy. However, you, in the mood of Nityananda Prabhu, who engaged Kala Krishna Das, you should accept him, you should engage him. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it was very surprising for him at the time, because he considered, normally what my guru does, I also want to do. Normally how my guru is thinking about a situation, I also want to think like that. I want to be perfectly aligned with my guru in everything. But here my guru is telling me, don't think like me. You have to think differently in this situation, because of these different roles that we have. So it was like a revolutionary, consideration for Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, so the extension from the center is more merciful than the center itself. The Lord's devotees, they are more merciful than the Lord, actually. And he gave an example how in a hospital there's the main general ward, and then there will be specialists who can deal with more severe cases, more serious cases. So this is the position of the Lord's devotees. But I'm jumping ahead here. We haven't finished this pastime. So Mahaprabhu has rejected Kala Krishnadas in amongst a group of devotees, and then Nityananda, Jagadananda, Mukunda, and others, they're gathering together, discussing, how can we help him. Kodadeshe pataite chahiye kajan, aike kohibe jai prabhuragaman. The Lord's four devotees considered, we want a person to go to Bengal just to inform Ch.Ch. Mata about Mahaprabhu's arrival at Jagannath Puri. Advaita Shiva Sadi Jata Bhakta Gam Sabe Asibe Shuni Prabhuragamam. After hearing news of Mahaprabhu's arrival, devotees like Advaita and Shivas will certainly come to see him. Because Mahaprabhu, remember, he's just arrived to Puri. He's been away for a few years in South India, and he's just arrived back to Puri. So they're considering all the devotees in Navadvip, they would like to see Mahaprabhu. They haven't seen him for so long, so we need to send somebody to give this news to the devotees in Bengal. So they've, found a necessary service which they can engage Krishnadas in. So after hearing news of Mahaprabhu's arrival, devotees like Advaita and Shivas will certainly come to see him. E Krishnadase dibo gore pataya eta kohi tade rakile nashvasya. Let us therefore send Krishnadas to Bengal. Saying this, they kept Krishnadas engaged in the service of the Lord and gave him assurance. Purport: because Mahaprabhu rejected him, Kala Krishnadas became very, very sorry and began to cry. Therefore the Lord's devotees took compassion upon him, gave him assurance, and encouraged him to continue to engage in the Lord's service. Arodine prabhustane koilo nivedan agya deho goda deshe pataye kajan. The next day, all the devotees asked Mahaprabhu, please give permission for a person to go to Bengal. Tomar dakingaman shuni shachiai advaita di bhakta sa bache dukapai. Mother Ch.Ch. and all the devotees headed by Advaita Prabhu are all very unhappy due to not receiving news about your return from your South Indian tour. Eka janjai kahuk shubha samachar Prabhu kohe se koro Ch.Ch. tomar. One person should go to Bengal and inform them about the auspicious news of your return to Jagannath Puri. Upon hearing this, Mahaprabhu replied, do whatever you decide. Tobe se Krishnadase. So in this clever way, they're engaging Krishnadas in Mahaprabhu's service without directly telling Mahaprabhu who they're going to send. Tobe se Krishnadase gore patailo Vaishnav sabake dite Mahaprashadilo. In this way, Kala Krishnadas was sent to Bengal, and he was given sufficient quantities of Lord Jagannath's food remnants to distribute there. So carrying some packets of Jagannath Mahaprasad. Tobe goda deshe aila Kala Krishnadas Nabadvipe geloteho Ch.Ch. pash. Thus Kala Krishnadas went to Bengal, and he first went to Nabadvip to see Mother Ch.Ch. Mahaprashadiya tare koilo namaskar taking hoite haila Prabhu kohe samachar. Upon reaching Mother Ch.Ch., Kala Krishnadas first offered his obeisances and delivered the food remnants, Mahaprasad. He then informed her of the good news that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned from his South Indian tour. Shuniyanandita hoilo Ch.Ch. matarman Shiva sadi arjata jata bhaktagam. This good news gave much pleasure to Mother Ch.Ch. as well as to all the devotees of Navadvip. headed by Srivas Thakur. Shunya Sabha Hoilo Paramulas Advaita Acharya Grihe Gela Krishna Das. Hearing of the Lord's return to Puri, everyone became very glad. Krishnadas next went to the house of Advaita Acharya. Acharya de Prasadiya Kori Namaskar Samyak Kohilo Mahaprabhu Samachar. After paying him respectful obeisances, Krishnadas offered Mahaprasad to Advaita Acharya. He then informed him of the news of Lord Chaitanya in complete detail. Shuni Acharya Gosai Ananda Hoilo Premaveshe Hunka Bahu Nitya Gita Koilo. When Advaita Acharya Goswami heard of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return, he became very pleased. In his great ecstasy of love, he made a rumbling sound and danced and chanted for a long time. Haridas Thakure Hoilo Paramananda Vasudeva Datta Gupta Muradi Sen Shivananda. After hearing this auspicious news, Haridas Thakur became very pleased. So also did Vasudev Dutt, Murari Gupta, and Shivananda Sen. Acharya Ratnar, Pandit Vakreshwar, Acharya Nidiyar, Pandit Gadadhar, Acharya Ratna, Vakreshwar Pandit, Acharya Nidhi, and Gadadhar Pandit were all very pleased to hear this news. Shri Ram Pandidar, Pandit Damodar, Shriman Pandidar, Vijay Sridhar, Raghava Pandidar, Acharya Nandan, Kote Kohiboar Jata Praborgan. So, this listed some names there. How many can I describe? Shuniya Sabar Hoilo Padamula Sobe Meli Gela Shri Advaita Rapash. Everyone was very pleased, and they all gathered at the house of Advaita Acharya. Acharya Sobe Koilo Chadana Vandan. Acharya Gosai Sabade Koilo Alingan. All the devotees offered respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya, and in return Advaita Acharya embraced them all. Din Duitin Acharya Mahotsava Koilo Nilachal Jaite Acharya Jukti Drida Koilo. Advaita Acharya then held a festival that lasted 2 or 3 days. Thereafter, they all made a firm decision to go to Jagannath Puri. Okay, well, I think that's a good place to stop. So they're so happy that hearing the news that they hold a 3-day festival just to celebrate, even before they see Mahaprabhu. So much love and attachment. And they're making plans to go to Puri to see Mahaprabhu. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Whose turn is it to sing?
Hari Haraye Namah Krishnaya Radhavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraye Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya
Jadavaya
Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha.
Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Gopal Govinda Raham Shri Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinata Madana.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Radha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhattara Gunata.
Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhattara Gunata.
Jiva
Ijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Ch.Ch Gosai Kori Charana Vandana Jaha Hoite Vignana Shabishta Purana Ch.Ch Gosai Jar Muitara Dasa Tansabada Pada Denu Mura Panchagrasa Hajira Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanivasa Janame Janame Mohe Abhilasha Ch.Ch Gosai Jabe Braje Kolo Basa Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakasha Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majaya Mana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Kodiyasha Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Jai 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 Jai.
की
Jai.
श्रीयुक्त विशाखा देवीदास की जय।
Haribol.